One of the weapons that is highly sought after by Ukraine is that Patriot missile system. But after widespread use against Russia, also the Middle East, by the U.S. and Israel here in recent weeks, there are now concerns that the U.S. military is running out of its interceptors. Take a look. The Patriot missile intercepts ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and planes at any altitude and in all weather conditions. Most recently, intercepting dozens of Iranian missiles shot at a U.S. airbase in Qatar. But some in the Pentagon say the supply for its interceptors is extremely low, down to 25% it needs for potential military action. Retired Air Force Brigadier General John Tykert tells NewsNation the munition supply shortage could have been avoided.
We should have ramped up our capacity to produce not just Patriots, but a slew of munitions when we started learning lessons 3.5 years ago that in long drawn out wars of attrition like we're seeing in Ukraine, we need to take a bit of time to assess the type of munitions we have and the type of munitions we need. And it is true that constantly there is risk management decisions to be made about where forces and equipment are allocated around the world.
The Pentagon's Global Munitions Tracker flags weapons that are in low supply, leading the Pentagon just last week to freeze munitions going to Ukraine. And that pause in the supply chain came at a critical time as Russia launched its biggest aerial attacks so far.
Because Putin is not treating human beings right. He's killing too many people. So we're sending some defensive weapons to Ukraine, and I've approved that.
President Trump didn't say whether those defense weapons destined for Ukraine include Patriot missiles. But now there are new reports saying he is considering sending over a new Patriot air defense battery. That's good news for President Zelensky, who plans to meet Trump's envoy this week in Rome and discuss future weapons shipments. Now, the U.S. produces 600 Patriot missiles a year, and last month firing close to 30 Patriots to intercept Iranian missiles aimed at that U.S. command base in Qatar. And there is concern among NATO countries about giving up their interceptors more quickly than they can be made. So we're staying on top of this one for you, and we have experts throughout the show on it, too.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.